If you say it's cool, man, it's cool.
Nick, Pokemon Go, how about that update?
I don't know because I'm not a Pokemon fighter. I'm a Pokemon collector and breeder.
So would you say you're a Pokemon lover?
No.
Gardevoir
I'm a
makes me
bestialist.
Oh,
Bestialist.
Speaking of which, we are not answering Vader's question.
Oh, no, we're not.
What's Vader's question?
If you could
I'm not even
16
gonna
on one
repeat it.
animal.
Oh, yeah, no,
No.
we're not.
Fucking Vader.
What do you mean, if you could? Just kidding.
Wow. Sorry, if you had to, is what he said. I
It
think.
was a Charizard.
Charlizard.
That's not an animal, Nick.
Char
Fuck off.
lizard.
Hey, if you find a lizard and light its tail on fire, it's a Charizard.
Wouldn't it be a Charmander?
I think I probably need a drink.
Maybe I don't know the difference.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the CoGPod. This is episode 38. The normal crowd is here. Say hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
What's
Nick, you
up?
ruined it.
So, you ruin everything. No, I'm just kidding. So this week, before we get into what we're going to talk about and answer questions, talk about Steam sale, of course. I want to just kind of give a reminder tour of where everything is on the website and some announcements and stuff. So on the website, cogpod.net, on the different tabs, there's different things. So you'll have the episodes that has the bonus content. You'll have the sponsor tab, which is where you can donate to help us out. Then you have the About Us, which tells you about each of your hosts and our co-hosts and people that have been on. And then there's also a link at the top of About Us to our Discord chat room, which would be really cool if you guys came and joined us. You could talk to us every day, and it would be wonderful. You can leave
Every day.
comments under Contact Us. My blog is there, and I will try to do another blog next week. It's been a while.
I've heard that before.
I've had a bit of writer's block.
Been a while. Nope, copyright.
You can click on session 8 from there as well, but the website for session 8 is just session8.cogpod.net. It's hard to say.
Wow.
Is that
How
in
do
there?
you spell that?
You use the number 8, not spelling it out. But you can get to it from the main page. And so then you can contact Nick or I'm Morpheus or myself to get an invite to help us grow. We want more people watching with us on Sundays.
I won't
Sunday
respond,
nights,
though.
8 p.m. Central. I will. So follow me on Twitter and DM me and I'll send you the invite.
Amanda, I have a confession.
Yes, sir.
Last week you were wondering who a certain user was in there, and it was me.
Oh, you
The one that
little
was
bugger.
guest the whole time?
No, I was the other named one that you had no idea who it was.
Oh.
Sneaky bugger.
Sneaky.
What did you think of the movie?
I didn't watch it.
No,
You're
he
the
just
worst.
popped in for like a minute.
Yeah,
and
I
left.
just wanted to say hi, joke around, make you wonder.
It did. That's it. That's all my announcements.
Okay.
I'm done.
That's it.
That was pretty good.
All right, episode over.
So, Steam sale. It's
Oh,
on
yeah.
until July 5th.
Yeah.
Everybody has spent all their money. Nick, how much money did you spend? You don't have to give us an exact amount, but all the money.
I will.
And what did you get?
Well, I can't go
What did you
into
get?
everything I got because it's a long list. Most of my stuff went on sale real cheap, like $2, $5, $10, that kind of thing.
Nice.
But after trading in $40 of CSGO items, I spent 124 Canuck dollars.
Which we calculated was about 93 US dollars.
Yep.
Yeah, and I sat there afterwards
That's a
and
lot
I'm
of
like,
money.
what have I done? Like, I can't
Yeah.
believe I just fucking did that.
That's like your rent.
Well, not quite.
Money.
No, I'm just exaggerating.
It would be my phone bill, though, so, you know.
What were some of the big titles you got?
Outlast
You were
2,
excited?
Silent Hill Homecoming, Friday the 13th.
Hey, that wasn't on sale.
I know. That was a big chunk of it right there.
Well, and
That was a big
Outlast
chunk
2
right there.
was barely on sale.
Yeah, it was like 20% off.
Yeah, that's why I had to sell the CSGO items because I needed that too.
Oh, you don't need those.
Oh, I need all this stuff. I would make a horror collection. What was some other ones? Oxenfree and Yoma Wari
Ollie
Night
Oxen
Alone.
free.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh.
Looks real good.
Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Nice.
And a bunch
I
of
sense
other
a theme
stuff.
with yours.
Oh, yeah. I build a horror collection. I'm a horror guy. A horror guy.
Horror guy.
Horror.
I find that real hard to say for some reason.
It's a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Grimsby.
Canadian thing.
Grimsby. Did you spend all the money and what did you get? Like the big ones that you got?
I don't know any.
Didn't you get like a media pack or something?
I'm going to. I kind of split it up.
Oh.
But I spent, as of right now, I spent $105, but I have like $50 more to spend.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Lord, all the dollars.
Yeah.
I'm going to find out after what that is in Canuck dollars.
Jeez.
That's like $200.
But what did you get? What are the big ones that you got?
I just got a bunch of like ones I've been banking on. I got Darkest Dungeon or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I plan on getting Oxygen Not Included, which is one of the main ones I want to buy.
Yeah. Isn't that by the same or the same team that did Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes?
No, it's the same people that did. It might be those people.
That
people.
That
But
You've already spent 150 Canadian dollars. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
thanks, Nick. Don't Starve. They're the same people.
Oh, okay.
I almost got that, but I have Don't Starve Together. What's the difference? Why
That's the
do I need one or
sequel.
the
That's
other?
like the multiplayer.
Yeah,
Does
well, it's not
anybody
really a
have
sequel.
the
It's
one
a
I have?
multiplayer.
Yeah.
The Together's the multiplayer.
Yes,
That's
and I
the one I
think
want
I
then.
think up to
Okay.
4 people can play that one.
Do any of you guys have that?
Yeah,
think
I
we
have
do.
it.
I thought
Okay.
it was 2 players,
That way
so I
when
didn't
I-
get it.
Oh,
I
when I
think it's
move
up
my
to 4.
desk, then I can finally start playing.
We'll have to look into that.
And I have a free
Sorry,
copy of it
tangent.
too, if anyone needs it.
Oh, there you go, Nick.
Yeah, there you go. Lucas, how much money did you
Is that
spend?
it? I haven't spent
That's
anything yet.
What?
That's it.
You are a
I have
slacker.
a shopping cart full. I have a cart full, but I
Okay,
haven't
well, what's in your
actually
cart?
bought anything yet. Right now, I just added Worms WMD because of Grim.
I'm sorry.
We might have to play
I
that.
would love to see y'all play that
We
together.
might have to. That would be
That
fun.
would be great.
Because and you can actually play like 4 players on that. Actually, maybe up to 8, and it just gets nuts.
think it's up to
because you
8.
have you have anywhere from like 4 to 8 worms on each team. I
Yeah,
think.
so you can set
customize
all that.
And, it's just such a fun game. It's like an arcadey,
It's cute.
kill each other on a 2D map. That can be destroyed. I added Elite Dangerous, the Commander Deluxe Edition. I've been looking for like a space sim. We've talked about it before.
What was that on
And
for?
It might. The
Like half off.
yeah, it was like 45% off for the Commander Deluxe Edition, which has the season pass and the Commander Edition. Normally $60 on sale for $35.
Yeah.
We watched a couple streamers playing it today just to make sure that's really what he wanted.
Yeah. I mean, the issue I had in the past with it is a lot of people have said the only way to really kind of get ahead and make currency was to kind of manipulate the stock market, the trading systems, and so you mine and control a resource and stuff like that, which didn't really sound that interesting to me. But apparently now with this latest patch in April, I think it was, they added a lot of incentive to just do exploration. So discovering stuff, you get a lot more rewarded for doing stuff like that. So I think they've balanced it a little bit better, which sounds pretty cool. What else? The Valve Complete Pack, because I keep slacking on getting all the CS stuff for
That way you can play Gary's mod,
Yeah,
which
and
you
I also
have in your cart.
through Gary's mod on there, so I can have all the skins and stuff for that. And Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition is $4.
Loser.
Definitely worth getting that. And then I have Nex Machina on there, which is a new game that I just saw the other day. I had it on my wish list, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. It's like a bullet hell, isometric top-down, dual-stick shooter.
It'll give you a seizure, though. We watched a streamer playing it today, too, and it was insane.
Very fast-paced and arcadey.
Very much an arcade game.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
It looks pretty sweet. But yeah, that's kind of what I have right now in there. So we'll see if that gets changed at all before I actually pull the trigger.
Well, you got till July 5th.
What's your total in the cart? Do you remember?
85.
Oh.
That's not too bad. I mean, compared to most people.
Well, and 35 of that's one game.
Compared to us, like rich folk who apparently can spend $1 bazillion on games.
Right. But I've actually been playing Grim Dawn lately.
Oh yeah, talk about that a little bit because
well-
it's very Diablo-like, and so it looks interesting to me because you know my love for Diablo.
Well, Grim and I had talked about it before a little bit.
Why don't we play together? Is
but
it multiplayer yet?
I think maybe. I don't know. I haven't ever actually looked into it. But it's different. It's more in the visual style of like PoE, Path of Exile, or D2 was. But it is a little more polished, and more like Torchlight 2 also. I would say the combat and stuff is more kind of traditional. It's not quite as fast-paced as D3. But the cool thing about it is you dual class. So there's 6 classes you can choose from. When you hit level 10, you choose a second class, and you can mix and match any way you want to. So you can go like both magic classes and just have all the elements and the summons and stuff, or you can kind of have like a demolitionist and a sorcerer.
That's what I didn't like about it was so detailed because you can actually you have skill trees, and it's like with Diablo you just build the armor for however you want to do your build, but when you're having to spec multiple trees, it's like super detailed.
Well, I think that's appealing to people who
but
want.
you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It's definitely not as beginner friendly, I wouldn't
No.
say. But
What did they call you
it's got
before?
lot
A
more
min
depth.
maxer?
He is.
Yeah, I like
Nerd.
building gear sets and jeez.
Here's someone in the
Y'all can talk
background
about
trying to
that
say
situation.
something.
I got it.
Yeah, she's got something to say. It's funny we put the kitten up because he was going nuts, and then the other one just starts meowing her face off. But yeah, so it's a lot more open for gearing and stuff. There's not like specific items or stuff that are only constricted, to one class. You can wear anything, you can gear any way you want. It's very open and customizable. Have you played much of it, Grim?
I don't think I've fought a boss in it.
Oh,
So I haven't even beaten
Yeah.
like the first act or whatever you'd call it.
right. Yeah, they do kind of split them into acts. I think I'm in act 2 or 3 now on this character. And I had just kind of winged it the first time I made a character and just kind of did what I felt like, I would like a little bit. But then I started to actually look up some builds and see what good combinations there were. And so I'm kind of building towards a goal now, so I have a little bit more of an idea in mind. And it's a lot of fun. I'm definitely enjoying it.
So I did pull up some games that I bought because my mind went blank with what I bought. Right, yeah, exactly. You just end up filling your cart with stuff you thought you wanted. So one of the things I got was We Need to Go Deeper just for multiplayer content. And that's like 4 people trying to control a sub.
Oh,
So-
I did see that.
so-
It's
Sounds
very like
interesting.
It's
cartoon steampunk.
Yep. There's
I like
people
the
that
art
control
style.
a gun and stuff, and people that drive. And I bought Gang Beasts because
Gang Beasts.
Yeah, I got that too.
it's like sumo wrestling, whatever luchador style, killing each other as clay
Oh, wow.
clay people.
It's sort of like physics based kind of a little.
Yeah,
too.
it's super physics
Oh,
based.
man. You guys remember Clay Fighter 64?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
For Nintendo 64. Classic.
Oh man, jeez. I got Goat Simulator, the
no, you
collection. Yep,
I have that.
the whole
I have
collection. It was it was like $2 something. Yeah.
$2.
Somebody gifted it to me.
Slime Rancher I got because I really wanted to play that, and that's in early access still.
Right.
Dungeon.
I really wish I had known that before I got the Humble Bundle because I would have just given it to you, but I
Well,
already redeemed the key.
Yeah,
like
I'm
months
sorry.
ago.
I didn't
Yeah.
What I
really
don't
express
get
how
is
I
these-
wanted it.
Yeah.
These games that are in early access and beta
Right.
are like 7 years old. Like Slime Rancher's been out forever.
No, it's been a couple years, maybe a year or two
No.
for Slime Rancher.
I don't.
It's been out since 2015.
Really?
That's 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
How's
early
that
access.
early
Early access
access?
is a whole different thing because they haven't finalized a full
I don't know.
release of
I
the games,
backed a
we're calling
game
it.
that I'm still waiting for it to come out. It's called Sea Wars. It's like a tactical live action game.
And
I
that's-
thought it was going to be like you're a seahorse and you fight other seahorses.
Sea
Wars.
Wars.
Oh, I thought you said sea
Yeah, like sea
whores,
creatures
like
are-
you look for prostitutes on the
Sea
Like
sea.
creatures are
Sea
fighting.
horrors.
like mermaids.
Like a seahorse
Oh my
versus
God.
a starfish, like,
Anyway,
seahorse.
I can't picture Grim funding that.
I'm gonna. Well, I don't fund
You don't
anything
know.
anymore
You don't
because
know.
it's been like 3 or 4 years since that got fully backed, and I'm still waiting.
Exactly. That's a whole tangent.
Right,
When we
yeah.
talking about early access stuff. You know, it's
Bullshit.
Yeah.
it's
Um,
it's good and bad depending on who's making it.
I got Dungeon of the Endless
Yes.
collection, so the whole like Dungeon of the Endless stuff. Which
Never heard
is
of that.
it's 4-player. So it's like kind of like Binding of Isaac. It'll have randomly generated stuff,
Ooh.
and you go through as a character. And I don't know how many characters there are, so but I like the art style. It's pixelated. And then I did buy that Music Maker 2017 premium. It's $35 instead of
Oh, wow.
100 and something right now.
Nice.
So
I was thinking about getting that one that Luke mentioned, Little Monsters.
Oh, Little Nightmares.
Little Nightmares.
I kind of
'Cause
want to
it's
get
like
that
a
too.
cutesy, little scary one, and it would be something I could stream and actually like to do.
I'm pretty excited for you to get streaming soon.
I know. It takes a lot of work because I have to move a whole table and chairs to the dumpster, move my desk all the way to that room, move this whole office around a different way. It's
Amanda,
gonna
just
be a
get the
lot
hammer
more
out
work.
and
I'm not that
take
strong.
some stress
I'm
out.
not that strong. It's true.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to mention about the Steam sale before we move on to questions?
No, I mean it's going on. You know about it. So now's the
Everybody knows
time.
about it. Say goodbye to your money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a lot of good questions this week.
Do we?
We do. So the first one, and I really like this one because it's like nostalgia. Millie wants to know, what is your favorite memory of each of the other co-hosts
Oh man.
on the CoGPod? So
Wow.
I'll start to give you guys time to keep thinking about it. And we're going to post links to mine on the website so that you guys can see them. But the one that's my favorite thing that ever happened with Grim was when we were playing Minecraft in like our very first server, and he kept dying, like continually dying. And so he just comes over and he climbs up to the top of the roof of my house, and he's like, Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. And I look over, and then he just falls off and dies. He just commits suicide. And I laughed so hard. So that's Grim's. Nick's is whenever we first started having our own separate tracks for recording that we put together for the podcast, and Nick forgot he was still recording himself. And so after the end of the recording, he had like this little bonus creepy kind of oh and a giggle and another oh. And then so we made it into a ringtone that has been downloaded so many times, and we're going to repost it so that everybody who hasn't downloaded the ringtone yet can get it. And then for Luke, I mean, since we're married, I have a lot of good memories, but gaming related, we're going to post the link to this. It's like a COG known joke about a hymen for a wooden nickel. I didn't want to say it, but I had to
So
say
what's it
it.
about? Yeah.
So we were
So it's
playing
politically
Guild Wars.
correct.
Yeah. It's Guild.
There were a bunch
Guild
of us
Wars
playing
2.
Guild Wars 2, and I don't even remember how the conversation came up, but it got out of hand.
Oh,
really
I know
fast.
exactly. Yeah.
And it was
It's-
super funny. But we're going to post the link to that, and you guys go watch that YouTube
But it gets
video.
better
Chris,
because I was working and I found the wooden nickel.
Yeah, like
Oh,
a bar,
God.
right?
That was so
Yeah.
funny.
Ridiculous. So that's a COG inside thing, but that's
Yeah.
you started the conversation.
No, it's because Chris didn't know how to say highwayman, right? And he said hymen instead.
Yeah, but you said I'll give
Yeah.
you a wooden nickel for a
Yeah,
hymen.
it,
That's
it,
what you
it
said.
went. It went south from there.
Thanks, Luke.
Do you guys have any idea of what your favorite memories are with your co-hosts?
I do.
Sure. Okay, Nick. Go.
Mine's kind of generic, but for anyone listening, they don't realize that we basically get on chat and video for like 19 hours before we start recording, just so we can calm down. So basically, my favorite memories are like every million hours before the podcast, where we're just saying the worst, most hilarious
crap.
things.
Yeah. some
And-
of it makes it in as
Yeah.
filler
Outtakes.
outtakes. Yeah.
Some of the tamer stuff, but basically, if you ever do a podcast, you basically need however long the podcast is times it by 3, and that's how much time you need to settle
It's
down.
not that long. It's like 30 minutes before.
Oh, you
for
don't
guys
know
to
about the
film.
after.
Shots.
Yeah, and the
It's
after
almost
shows
like-
too. Yeah.
Okay, so it's almost like if you have puppies and they see other puppies for the first time and they run together like, ah, that's you guys for like
Yeah.
30 minutes to an hour.
I
'Cause you
know.
haven't talked to each other face to face in a week.
Yeah, plus I don't get to see all your handsome and beautiful faces every week, so
Fuck you.
Yeah. So is that the same for all of us? You're just going to use that one for all of us?
I'm gonna have to because there's so many.
Okay, that's
like I
fine.
love this so much. So
That's fine. Lucas?
Grim.
Why are you
Lucas?
stalling? Why are you stalling?
Lucas.
Let's see. Jesus. I don't know. I mean,
I guess
whenever
we're
we
just not
actually
memorable
played
to you.
stuff- No, it's whenever we actually did play stuff together, like more. We need to get back in it a little bit. It'll be easier once we get Amanda's stuff moved around.
Yeah.
and can actually all play together. But the Minecraft server, in particular, that we did when we, just trying to figure out stuff, and Grim and I are tinkering with the Tinker's Construct stuff and building. High five, yeah. What?
I just want to
Oh,
interject.
yeah, what?
I wish you would all get Dead by Daylight because that would be the best for us to play together.
Man, that game just doesn't look interesting to me. I don't know why.
It's
I
the
guess the
people
mechanics of-
interacting that makes it fun.
Yeah, but I mean, we can do that with other games also.
You're just scared.
Can we?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Bing bong will get you.
So
We did have a lot of fun on our Minecraft server.
yeah, the Minecraft server was probably the most fun, and
I loved doing that.
and just figuring out problems and stuff with the mods. And although I do not miss building the mod pack and
Oh,
freaking
so hard.
trying to troubleshoot it and figure out the issues of why stuff doesn't like to work together. And if you've ever built a Minecraft mod pack from scratch and trying to figure out all the interdependencies and
It's rough.
why things don't work, fuck that. Don't do it. Just use one of the pre-made
Use a
ones.
pre-made. It's rough.
Yeah.
Some of our best memories, though, were Minecraft, I think.
Yeah. As a
You guys
group.
I
are
think
pretty
that's
similar,
what
I
we
would say.
played mostly, though. Like, I'm sure if it was another game, it would have been that. So
Definitely that. It's just the time,
That we spent.
playing together or doing
I
stuff.
do
so.
miss
You don't have
it.
any specific? I do miss it, too,
Yeah.
actually, a
we'll-
lot.
We'll be doing something soon.
Once I move my desk, we'll start our server back up. Grim, do you have any, specific memories?
Not specific. I mean,
Besides your house being blown up every freaking
oh
time?
my god, my fucking house.
That was Reed.
You got trolled so hard all the time.
When I got stuck in those stupid invisible suctions in the world, and Luke had to bail me
Oh
out.
my god. The freaking
Well, and I had to keep teleporting you guys back to me because you had 1 millisecond for me to be able to teleport you just in the right time.
that was a different one. That was
shit.
when they were crashing because of the rogue dungeons. But Grimm's was because of unstable
It was like Thaumcraft stuff.
nodes.
Oh.
Yeah, Thaumcraft. There was an unstable node that was sucking everything around it in. Yeah, you always found them too. I don't know how. You hit
Yeah, and they were
three
so
times.
How
they
to
were so
find-
sparse, but I apparently can find invisible things.
Yep.
I was gonna say Grim knows how to find the suckage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Any other memories?
Thank you. This
You're welcome.
this right now when I'm being told that I suck.
Yeah.
No, you can find the suck.
Oh,
Not you are the suck. You find the suck.
I'm done with this conversation.
Okay, we can move on. So we had 2 questions that were pretty similar, so I'm going to try to make them into one. Melissa says, when the zombies come, where you're going, what is your plan? So we've talked about our plan in prior podcasts, and I'm not going to go back through my bug out bag and all that again, but I would just head anywhere out of town, and I think we all kind of agreed on that, right?
Definitely.
The second part of the question is what I'm getting to. So then she says, if you were all in a group, whose chance of survival is the greatest? Which is also kind of similar to the question we got from Lazarus, where he said, out of the 4 of us, which person are you on Left 4 Dead and who would lead the group and why? So those are kind of tied together. But I don't know the names of the people on Left 4 Dead. Do you guys?
I only know
remember.
Bill, and he's me.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in so long.
Salty
Grim
Bill.
is Bill.
I think there was only one girl. Wasn't there like one girl
No, I think
option?
there were two.
Yeah, there's two.
I'm pretty sure there was 2.
Yeah, wasn't there? Yeah, I think there were 2.
I definitely would not be the leader. I would die probably quickly.
I think I could be the leader, but
You'll still die.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how well I'd survive just because of my physical shape.
Nick
you know?
and Grim are like vicious, so I think they would survive the longest.
We're the zombies.
But I'd kill Nick if it meant I would live.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'd kill you immediately
This goes-
because I'm a cannibal.
This goes back to like episode 3,
All the way
guys.
back to
Episode 3 or 4,
cannibalism.
whatever it was. Competitive cannibalism.
That's
Yeah,
it, Nick.
yeah.
So,
Go listen to
I've-
that.
I've-
but no, we're trying to
changed.
survive as a group,
I've
guys.
adapted.
We're not trying to be the winner. Yeah.
You've had
Every
time
time
to
I played
prepare.
Left 4 Dead, I did not play as a group. I just ran straight for the extraction point and left everybody else the fuck behind.
So you'd
And you open
survive
the door
probably.
and there's like, yeah, right. Like 40
You're the reason
screamers,
there's
whatever the hell they
zombies.
were called back there. Yeah,
Okay, you ready for the next one?
yeah.
Okay. Octo91 says, love the show, especially the one-offs with the smooth-talking Japanese dude. So he's talking about Morpheus.
What's up, Morpheus?
Says he's a longtime listener. What are your favorite Japanese snacks?
Yeah.
And then as a separate question, what are your favorite Japanese foods? So
Oh.
snacks and foods.
This is the
I'm
show
just
and
gonna
tell
give
from
this to
earlier.
Nick and Grim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Grim and Nick here. For
Yeah,
this
y'all
one.
go ahead.
You want to go first, Grimsby?
No, I want you to go first.
All right. For the snacks, Gary Kun. Pear popsicles. Gary Kun.
Oh,
God bless.
did you say hair popsicles?
Hair.
Gary.
Oh God, I swear I thought you
Pear.
said.
It's a fruit.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
Only in Japan.
Well, the same company does make rare cheese spaghetti flavored popsicles.
Can you explain to me what rare cheese might be?
I don't know, but every review I've read says it is surprisingly good. So,
So
I
now you
have
need to
no
get your
idea.
hands on it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to order it at the store I get mine from, so I might have to try to get it online.
Amazon, man.
Yeah, and the other snack is I don't even remember what they're called now, but they're little tiny ice cream cones in an actual cone that comes in a plastic thing that keeps them cold for hours and hours. I don't. I'll have to
Wizardry?
look up the name.
What
It's
is with
wizardry.
you and tiny ice cream cones today?
That's what he was eating. when
Yeah,
you came in.
yeah, it's one of my favorites, and I just got some yesterday. And
So-
also the
so he's doing
popsicles, I'm
well.
obsessed with. I lure people with popsicles.
Jeez. that goes
So
back.
besides snacks, what's your favorite actual Japanese food?
Well, that's a tough one. I really love the sushi, but I also like gyudon, which is, I think that's the beef bowls. So
Oh,
between those two, I'd say.
Okay. Grimsby,
So does-
snacks and foods.
Do they put like a salad in the beef bowl, and then you eat the salad, and then you eat the bowl made of beef?
No,
That's not how that works.
It's
You're
just
not,
full of more.
you're not funny, Luke.
You're making fun of our culture.
Grim.
So uncultured.
Now, would you eat one of those?
Yes.
If somebody made a bowl
Oh yeah,
out of-
absolutely.
Actually,
See?
might. Actually, might.
like beef jerky bowl?
No,
And
no.
then-
It's got to be like teriyaki beef.
No. I think it's got to be hard enough to hold everything in
You
it.
could superstarch
No, you
it.
just basket weave it together.
It's
It's like meatloaf.
It's like the opposite. It's like inverted of a taco salad. It's the meat's on the outside.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
I've gotta walk
Sorry,
away.
Grim.
Grim, go ahead. No, go ahead, Grim. You got this.
Snacks, I don't really snack at all. I mean, when I do, it's like parts of meals, so like whatever. I would consider sushi a snack.
Yeah.
Like just
Okay.
an order of sushi, like whatever it may be. I tried white tuna for the first time this week, and it was really good.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of smoky. I don't know if it's cooked. I think it is. But for meals, we all know that I have this obsession with ramen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pretty well known.
we all
I
know.
thought you were going to say Thought you were gonna go with takoyaki. Takoyaki. How do you say it?
Takoyaki. Right?
I said it right the first time. All right.
I think so.
So we were watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine yesterday, and he was eating them,
Takoyaki, right?
like taki.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
takoyaki.
takoyaki.
That's what it is. Because taco is octopus,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And
Man, they look good.
he was like, "Oh, what are you, those hush puppies?" And he took a bite of one because the other guy was eating them. He's like, "Ah, what? It's fish."
But it doesn't taste like fish
He's
is the
freaking out.
thing.
They look good.
They look delicious.
They look like little
But
donut holes with delicious innards.
yeah, I think that's actually what he thought they were, is donut holes
Oh, probably.
or donuts. And I was like, hey, that's the stuff that Grim likes a lot, and Grim and Nick talk about all the time. So I learned it from you guys.
Now you gotta
learned
find
ya.
it and eat it.
I learned it from watching
I
you.
know. We need to find a place here that has.
I'm sure there
I wanna
is.
try it.
You could come with us on our next Japan trip with Imorpheus.
That's right. We should do that sometime. Oh, they are opening. There's a really good ramen place downtown called Michi.
So
apparently, in
you're gonna
Austin.
fly
And they're
me out
opening
there,
one.
right?
Well, yeah, they're opening one in Pflugerville, which is just
I
north
don't
of
know
us.
what that means.
So
Pflugerville.
It's over by where Ross.
is
It's
it-
by where Ross.
Hey,
Is that made up?
it's also spelled. No, it's spelled with a PF also at the beginning.
Oh my
A
god,
fluke.
that's
That's
perfect.
totally made up.
And every time I see somebody driving with one of those PF stickers, because they have them around here, and they're driving like assholes, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, and they do this thing too, like where if there's anything in Pflugerville that's a business that starts with an F, they spell
yeah.
it with a PF.
Yeah,
Oh my
like a
God.
festival.
Family Fun Festival. They're all PFs.
Is this
Drives
is this
me
a
crazy.
college town? I'm
such-
just curious.
No,
No,
it's
it's
like-
Because
an
it
old
sounds
people
like it
town.
would
It's like
be.
suburban.
This sounds like
No,
a
it's
part
very
of
Super
Portlandia.
It's like
Yeah.
stay-at-home moms in their tracksuits taking their kids to the splash park while the dad makes all the money.
Hey, what's
type
wrong with the
of
splash
stuff.
park?
Dear
Yeah.
God.
I don't care about the splash park. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what it's
You know,
like.
I'll take the kids to the splash park if you want to work full time.
no.
That's fine.
Reverse that. Flip it. Flip it.
Flip it and reverse it.
I don't have a favorite Japanese snack because I don't eat a lot of sweets, and their sweets are especially not sweet, so not really interested. But I do like sushi a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. You don't let me have it very often.
I don't not let
It
you.
makes me sad.
We can get it right now.
Can we?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh,
Go get sushi right
I'm
now.
jealous now.
You don't have sushi
Dinner
delivery?
time.
When this is over. When this is over.
Oh man, we should look into that. No, it'd probably be too expensive.
I
But,
should say that if I've ever had ramen, I'm sure I would change my answer to agree with Grim. I've just not had it.
Me neither.
I thought
We're
you
gonna
said
do
that
it.
place in that town has it.
Yeah, it's far away and
Not
I
yet.
haven't gone there yet.
Yeah. I bet there's one in Halifax.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the town. I couldn't.
It's not a
I couldn't
town.
remember the name.
That's like the biggest city in Nova
That's a
Scotia.
town.
It is, but compared to like New York, it's a
Yeah.
village maybe.
Do you know the population of Halifax
I got to be at least 8.
offhand? Good. That was quality. Hold on.
It's not a live one. You don't have to drink every time it says 8.
Sorry, it's a habit. Yeah,
Japanese food. What are you talking about?
yeah. I think probably the Kit Kats. Like
Oh
the
my
various
god, they
Kit-
have some of the
Oh,
Kit
yeah.
Kats.
They are. Hey, I learned the other day that globally, Kit Kat is produced by Nestle, and in the U.S. only, it's made by Hershey's, Nestle's competitor. That's why they taste different here.
Weird.
Oh, weird. That is weird.
No wonder everyone's so
I read
addicted
that
to them.
on Reddit. There was a TIL on Reddit. But I've had some really good ones. Like I think one of the strawberry ones I had, and
How about the green tea? Yeah, matcha.
yeah, it was good. And then they have like really weird ones like red bean paste, and
Oh, I love
Hey, red bean paste is so delicious.
I'm sure it's good.
feel like
I've
we've
never
said
had
this
one.
before.
Yeah, the Hat Films guys did a whole Japanese snack food
Tasting.
like they had people just send them tons of
There's
it. And so
there's
they did,
chocolate
like, a video
mushrooms
where they
that
tried
I'm
them all.
okay with, but like again, I don't snack.
Interesting. They do a lot of interesting things with chocolate flavors.
Well,
over
they're not
there
real
and
mushrooms, sorry.
Japanese.
Oh,
really?
No, it's
I was
so
kinda
it's like
surprised,
a
actually.
It's like a
Oh.
Kit Kat, but the top of it is like chocolate, and the bottom part's like the wafer. Like the stem's the wafer.
It's like a square Pocky.
Yes.
Pocky's okay. I like Pocky okay, but it's just
It's like shortbread with
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty
chocolate
plain.
covering.
You're
or,
shortbread.
some flavor.
I've got a whole Pocky cupboard.
Covered?
Yeah.
Instead of a tea
Cupboard.
cupboard, Nick has a Pocky cupboard.
Yeah, it's 4 tea though.
Yeah, we have
so.
some friends. We have some friends that really like Pocky and get it all the time, different
Yeah.
flavors.
They do.
So, but yeah, and then sushi, I would say, is probably my favorite also, just because there's such a variety and, you know, it is very tasty. And you can
Man,
get-
when you get good sushi, satisfying. What's the one that's downtown that's super expensive but really nice? Uchi?
oh, yeah, uchi is not
Ooh,
a normal Japanese. It's like,
it's amazing.
it's almost a fusion kind of progressive kind of place, but oh my God.
I've never
some of
had
the stuff.
anything that tasted as good as that.
Everything was small portions, you know, and they bring out, we
Like
did
8?
like a happy hour testing menu, like a tasting. And so everything was small, but it was like $4, you know, and we ended up getting a gift card to there I won a gift card at work, and that's why we went. And we spent every bit of like $100 there
Yeah,
because
it was $100.
And it only
we
paid
had
for
like the
one
hot
meal.
sake and no, it was a lot of food though we ended up getting because it was all the little tasters. But oh my God, they had a pork belly something that had
Ooh,
like a
the
balsamic.
pork belly was the
and,
best.
Hey, I made that.
Yeah, yeah, so
Yeah, I
good.
saw that. That was good.
Shout out to Uchi.
Yeah, Uchi, and they
Delicious.
have they have 2 locations.
Yeah, there's a different Uchi as well. It's a different one.
Is it Uchika?
Yeah, that one's down south.
Yeah, that's one we went to.
Okay. We're moving on now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Moto, who we answered some questions for last time.
Hello, Moto.
Hello, Moto. Was real excited that we read the questions on the show.
Woo!
So Moto wants to know, when was your golden age of horror? Like, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like 80s, 90s, 2000s, or
I
if they
would-
want to know how old we are.
I would go with that.
Okay. Golden age of horror,
Like the golden
and then
era.
what makes or breaks a horror movie for
Oh.
you? We'll start with Grimm.
I don't know the era, but like all the main movies, and I was actually thinking about this the other day. So like Friday the 13th, Freddy, all that, Nightmare on Elm
Yeah.
Street. So
I would say that's
Were those 80s?
mid-80s, yeah.
Mid-80s?
I was thinking that, I just didn't want to say it and get yelled at.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Oh my God, guys, it's totally
Right?
1979.
thinking about it, they don't do stuff like that. Like, there's no like super series anymore, really, of horrors like that. There's no things like Chucky or like, it's just a one-off.
Chucky. Well, they still do, but it's like Paranormal
Yeah,
Activity.
and I
or,
feel like
they're
that's not as good. Like, to me,
No.
they don't keep a persistent villain throughout multiple movies anymore. It's always related world,
and
it's
even
a
when
new
they
thread
are
or
like
something.
in Hellraiser, that they changed up there and they made it a lot more modern. And yeah, the later movies aren't as good, but it's still like held true to what it was. But I don't know if that's just, I guess, what I
I
grew
totally
up with.
100%. I agree with you 100% on the era. All those movies you mentioned where I found my love of horror was from those type of movies.
Is that why you don't
I totally
like
agree with
seeing
you
the
there.
physical monster now? Because like when they
Yeah,
do it,
because-
it's just
because-
not as good.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
look
just
as
let
good.
down.
I think that's part of it. So what makes or breaks a movie for you, Grandma? I'm going to guess it's jump scares.
Yeah, no, I can't stand. I guess I'm more of a slasher person, I would call it.
Me too. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't stand jump scares. Like, it's a cheap way to get people to just react to what you're like. It builds up your anticipation just to scare you. That's it.
yeah.
What was the last good series of slasher movies? I think like Scream, maybe?
Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the originals to Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Freddy and all that are older than Scream.
Yeah.
Now they've done remakes and those have actually been pretty good. Like the White Zombie who
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie?
Rob Zombie. Okay.
White Zombie.
So he redid a whole his take on the Friday the 13th movies.
Right.
And
No.
Michael Myers.
Texas Chainsaw.
Halloween.
Yeah, Friday the
Was
13th.
it Friday?
Is that Michael Myers?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're-
so that's
we're all
right.
over the
He
place.
did a whole redo of those.
Oh, it's Halloween.
they-
Let me correct you before you go
Halloween.
on.
Thank you.
Halloween.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Thank you. He redid the Halloween movies, and they are really good.
Yeah.
They're really good. And then his set of movies that he did,
Michael Myers.
House of a Thousand Corpses and
Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects, they were amazing. So he does really good movies.
Yeah.
That are series.
But it's not like a slasher series
No.
per se. But yeah, you're right. Friday the 13th was Jason.
Yeah.
Right. I always get those confused.
Jason Voorhees.
We should really know that right now.
We should. Nick
I
and I
know.
really should.
I was up playing that
So-
all night. So
Yeah, you
So
guys.
what makes or breaks them for me is, like Grim pointed out, that whenever I see something and it looks super cheesy and fake, I can't deal with it. I'm done with you. Or when like some stupid girl who's possessed runs up the wall like on her. That's so.
Yeah, I don't know
that's
why
so
that
cheap
pet
and
peeves
stupid,
you
and
so
it's
much.
become like a huge thing people do with people crawling all weird and backwards and up the stairs. and
Wait,
all
you
this
mean
stuff.
you don't do
Stop,
that?
Isn't that
stop.
all from like Exorcist?
People don't really do that.
I do.
Well, people don't really do a lot of things in horror movies.
That one's just so far fetched that it drives me
Wasn't
crazy.
that something that started in like Exorcist?
Yeah, Exorcist
back in the
did
day?
it first.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, horror movies for me I don't really watch a lot of them, but it's more, I watch them if they are more thriller or have a good story or some sort of mystery or, you know, I don't really watch a lot of or I guess like a lot of the just popcorn slasher action sort of stuff
You
because
like the psychological.
yeah, because I think the problem is the way they have people react is so stupid, and you're like, why are you doing that? What are you, stupid? Like,
Why are
would
you running up the stairs,
Exactly.
bitch? Why are you running up the stairs?
Exactly.
There's a
You know,
door
the-
right
So
there.
are you
old
talking you would
tropes
like
that-
Cloverfield, the second one there, right?
I actually haven't seen that yet.
You would
needs
you
to
would
watch it.
it's
really
good.
like
It's
it then.
good.
yeah.
It's super psychological.
The kind of slasher ones that I did like, actually, I liked Your Next a lot because it was kind of mind games of trying to outsmart them,
The
and
killers,
and
yeah.
it seemed like they didn't make obviously stupid decisions. It was more like they thought about what they were going to do,
Yeah.
and had a reasoning for doing what they did. It wasn't just blindly, you know, being like,
I
why
love
would you
that
do that?
movie.
Like you would try to use a cell phone, you know, you would try to escape, and so stuff like that. I think as long as there's reasoning behind it and it makes sense, then
That
I'm
one
good
was
with it.
good. Nicolas, era, and what breaks it for you?
We're definitely all in agreement. It was like the 80s, mid 80s. That was the golden age. And I didn't realize, but what you were talking about before is what makes and breaks it. Is, do you remember, what was it, The Void that came out recently? Mm-hmm. And it was all practical effects, like everything in the 80s was.
Right.
And that had the same feel as the 80s movies. It was awesome. So all the special effects, all that kind of stuff ruins horror movies. It really does.
Yeah, it makes it too fake. It's just
Yeah.
not realistic.
Yeah, I mean, you
agree.
know that thing isn't coming after you, but if you see a practical effect, that's reality. To some degree,
Yeah.
it's something that physically
much-
exists.
Too much CG.
Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. Woo!
Jurassic World. There's
It's not a
another one
horror
coming out.
movie.
No, but they would use practical effects. What's
There's
that?
another Jurassic World coming out next year.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, we
still
still
haven't
haven't
watched
seen the
it.
first one.
I know. I was afraid. I was afraid it was going to be bad.
No, it's delicious. Apparently,
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt has the
Delicious.
Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold.
I don't know. Passengers was not that great.
it was.
It was all right. It was all right, though.
It was too like you knew what was going to happen, and it was kind of slow.
My problem with the whole movie was their explanation for like why what happened made no sense at all. They're like, oh, I guess it just happened. Like they're like, this isn't supposed to happen. He's like, well, I guess it did, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there is no way in hell that
They didn't really explain it.
Yeah.
You know?
it was ridiculous.
Have you
Like,
never
the cause
had
of the
car
whole thing.
troubles, though? That's like every visit to a mechanic. Well, that shouldn't happen,
Yeah.
but it did. So here's all my money.
Yeah. But it doesn't happen because you have a giant space station that's shielded and a tiny fucking pebble gets through the casing of it. You know?
It was a little far fetched.
ridiculous.
Moto also wants to know, what do you do on Halloween? So, Amanda is very salty about Halloween
Yes.
because it's my favorite thing in the entire world. Every single year, I would always have huge parties, dress up, everybody comes in costume, drink till you die. like just huge Halloween parties. So I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. Mm-hmm. But the last few years, every single year, I'm getting ready to go to a Halloween party and the shit falls through and I'm done with it. Mm-hmm. We're broken up now. I'm angry and I'm salty about it.
You know, we just need to plan ahead and have our own party, you know. But what did we do last year? Live stream?
Yeah.
I think we did. I don't know if it was actually on Halloween, but we had a Halloween live stream. Yeah, having a party.
When we get a house, you in trouble, man. All the extra money we have in the world is Halloween decorations.
Gotta haunt that house.
Gotta buy some ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is my favorite thing in the world.
I'll just make ghosts.
If you sweep all the scorpions out, I'll come to your party.
I will.
Grim, I'm
What
going
do
to
you-
have to borrow some of the ghosts from your basement.
Do you want the demon too? Because he's the one making them.
Yes. Yeah, let's do that too. Let's throw it all in there. So, what do you do on Halloween, Grim?
Absolutely nothing.
What?
I know
So-
what he
Trick or
does.
treating?
I know what he does.
What do I do?
You put on a hoodie, and you have multiple
swords.
swords.
No,
underneath.
that's for Christmas.
You go patrolling the
No,
streets.
That's
Christmas.
Fridays.
That's every Friday. No, so I'm not a huge holiday fan at all. Just considering, you know, my birthday's on one, so I don't like
Yeah.
them all. Like,
Ooh, we doing a live stream?
no,
Oh,
No.
Come on.
no.
Come on.
I have to work. No.
I would love to.
Okay. I don't like him anyway.
Anyway, no, I just I would
No.
like to do stuff, but the way that people are anymore, like I'd want to do like a haunted house thing, but you know, I'd have to get a waiver signage going on, and I'd have to get my lawyer to stand at the door as the butler, and in case anyone, you know, stubs their toe.
Because you're just going to kill them, basically,
Yeah.
is what.
Yeah.
Anyone walks through the door, you're killing them.
Luke has never been to a haunted house.
I think I did when I was younger, but not.
That's crazy. I try to take him, and every year
No,
he's
I
they
don't-
have
I don't
advanced
go-
since then.
I don't go because I don't want to hit anyone. Because I'm a violent, scared person. I will turn
and they
around.
do jump scare
Yeah.
like the whole
Yeah.
time.
And I will punch some. I will turn around and fight you.
And then you're going to
Yeah.
jail. It's the
I mean,
whole
you have to
thing.
sign something
think
anymore
the last
for those
time-
too, don't you? Sometimes.
right.
Some of them.
Yeah, I think a lot of them do it for dramatic effect also. Be like, ooh,
And
And
this
so
is
they can
scary,
touch you
have to
and
sign
stuff like
something.
that.
Right. And one of the biggest ones, and most acclaimed ones, is here in Austin. And I keep trying to get everybody to go, and nobody wants to go.
Oh,
'Cause,
my
yeah, it's
God.
$45.
Oh,
Whoa!
Yeah, but it takes up. So there used to be a mall, like down in where Highland Park is. There used to
Yeah.
be a mall, and nobody ever went to it, so it closed. And so now that haunted house takes up the entirety of where the mall was. Like they took up the whole thing. It's amazing.
I would pay
I'm trying to think of what it's
$100 for that.
I would pay easily.
Yeah.
doll hairs.
Oh, what is it called? Dang, I can't remember.
No one wants your Canadian
Anyway, it's one of the
dollars.
biggest ones in the nation.
House of
Well,
Horrors.
I'd have to pay $100 to make your $50 that they want
I
for
know.
me to go in, I guess.
No, we discovered earlier. It's a little stronger than that. It's like
Yeah.
70 or 80 to 100, something like that.
But my point is, I would pay anything to go to that.
Hmm.
And there's
So,
one where they
Nick-
really torture you. There's like a haunted house that they really torture you for a long time.
I'm sorry. What?
There was one in Austin that is now closed that used to be in a really tall building downtown. And so you would start at ground level and you pay $50. And if you make it to the top without going down the elevator to get back to the beginning, so if you're strong enough and, you know, you can get through the top, then they give you your money back.
Okay.
But it's closed now because it was too much for people
Because
to
they didn't
handle.
make any money. Because people were like, this is fake. I'm
No.
just going to go all the way to the top and get my
No,
money back.
apparently it was one of the scariest ones ever, so, but they
Yeah.
closed.
But it's fake.
So, Nick, I know Halloween is also like your Christmas as it is for me.
It is
So
my
what do you like to
holiest
do
of
on
holy
Halloween?
days.
Yes. What do you like to do?
Well, leading up to Halloween, I go to every single haunted house I can find, of which there's a surprising amount around here. Typically, we do ghost hunting. And then
Pokemon hunting.
No, no, that's every other day of the year. And on Halloween, I try to get like a super wicked costume and show up anywhere I can to be seen. Plus, earlier in the day, I also take my friends' kids trick-or-treating, and I'm teaching them next year about how to smash things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good job, Uncle Nick.
Yeah. I was told that they had to be a certain age before I told them to smash things, and this is the
Great.
year, so I'm excited.
okay.
So is this the toddler that we know of a friend of yours that's like 2?
Well, it's my friend. He has 2 kids, and
No, that's
one
not
of they're both in school, so they're not
That's
toddlers. I don't think.
You don't even know. You just want them to smash stuff.
Yeah,
He just wants to be smashing pumpkins.
yeah, exactly.
Billy Corgan.
Sorry.
So it's pretty exciting for me, and I celebrate it any way I can. Try to keep the spirit alive. People want to tame it down, but don't let them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question we got is from Phil. Phil wants to know, what are your prized possessions that you cherish above all others, and why are they special to you? Ugh.
Yeah.
Somebody else go, because I can't think of anything.
I'll help you out,
Prized
Amanda.
possessions.
I don't
Okay.
have any because I just don't care.
That's not true. You got
no,
swords.
I don't care.
Your swords, your cats.
Well, I wouldn't call my cats my possession. I feel like they're their own thing, honestly. I don't know. But,
Oh.
like,
Yeah. He's not a cat slaver.
I'm not a cat slaver. I don't know. I just,
Prized possession.
even like my computer, like, I mean, yeah, there's stuff like on it and it's like irreplaceable or whatever, but if anything happened, whatever, it's,
Yeah, you can just replace it. I don't think I have anything that's like a prized possession.
Like if somebody broke in here and stole something, what would be the worst thing that they could steal? Like you would be so devastated.
My cats.
Okay.
Cat burglars. Or if it's like in John Wick, they come in and steal stuff. I don't care what they take, but if they like killed my cat, oh no, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
It's really hard. Yeah. I mean,
What would you be upset about to be stolen?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like anything like super rare or, nostalgic that I have.
if you have to think, then it's
I
nothing.
don't really. Yeah, right. I
Yeah.
don't really keep things.
So I'm trying to think. I don't. Looking around and not thinking of it.
Nick, do you have
I
any?
mean, most things are
Oh, yeah.
replaceable.
What do you have?
I have an adventure hat, a leather journal, and the first
Excuse me.
English
Wait.
translated edition of Dante's Divine Comedy.
Wow.
I'm sorry. What's an adventure hat?
Sort of like an Indiana Jones type hat.
I was guessing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a whip?
I don't.
Oh,
Not yet.
Whoa, that's too
Do
personal.
you wear the adventure hat whenever you go ghost hunting?
I do. Or any other
Knew it.
adventure.
Man.
So
Do you bring your leather
Pokemon
journal
Go?
along?
No. No.
That's not an
Not
adventure.
the Pokemon. That's not an adventure. Well, anything could be an adventure, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's adventure.
Tell me the
time.
lighthouse isn't an adventure.
Oh, I love the lighthouse
See?
so much.
That's,
So yeah, it's an adventure.
So cool.
You're right. You're right. You win.
One more, super related. If there was a fire and you're in the house, it goes up in flames, what's the one thing you would grab on your way out of the house?
Shoes.
Adventure hat.
Cats.
Grab
Yeah,
myself.
obviously. Probably my wallet.
Why are you doing that at that
Grab
kind
Grab my
of time?
purse and my
Why
cat.
wouldn't you do that at that kind of time? Everything's fine.
House is on fire. Time to grab myself.
You're not a comic
Well, I am now.
comic strip. Yeah, everything is fine. Right now, somebody's gonna have to make that picture with Grimm's face on it.
I am a walking meme.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's a common meme online that it's like a little dog guy sitting at a desk and everything's on fire around him and he just has a bubble. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
They use it a lot for like game developers when stuff's going nuts and they're denying, that anything's wrong. And so
Gotta drink your coffee because the house is
All
on fire.
right.
that's right.
Well, that wraps up the questions for this week.
Oh.
But I
Already.
do have a movie review for you guys.
Oh,
dude.
good.
And it's a really good one. I'm super excited. So, I went to see 47 Meters Down. So, you know how Americans love their sharks, and Shark Week is sometime in
Sharks.
the summer, right?
I hate
Anyway,
Shark Week, by
so
the way. Anyway.
I do too. So I was thinking going into it, the
Not
movie was
American.
going to be probably stupid or like cheesy or whatever. So it's got Mandy Moore, and you know she's been in a bunch of stuff. But the one that you guys may not know is Claire Holt was the co-star, and she's been in like CW shows like Vampire Diaries, the originals, and all of that. So Ross and I go to see this movie, and we're like, who do you think is going to be the better actress in the movie? And we assume it's Mandy Moore.
Who talks about that kind of stuff?
We do. So we were assuming it was going to be Mandy Moore because she has more experience, and so we're watching it. But by the end of it, we're like, nah, mate, Claire Holt was better, which was surprising. So anyway, so the basic story is these two girls go down to Mexico to party because one broke up with her boyfriend, whatever. So they're like, we're going to do something crazy. And they get in this like cage that the boat drops into the water, into the sharks, and then
Right.
they chum the water to get the sharks to come, right?
Right.
Which is also illegal, by the way. So you can tell something's not going to go right because the boat is like crap.
Well, you
And
mean
then
because
the
it's a horror movie?
Right, and the cage is all
It's
rusted,
Mexico.
and it like it's bad.
Yeah.
So they get under there.
Racist. Right?
They get into the water. Sharks everywhere. Cable
Obviously.
snaps.
Uh-huh.
So they fall to the bottom of the ocean, 47 meters down,
Okay.
with a limited amount of air because they're scuba diving. So you've got the fear of the sharks. They're running out of air. The cage gets stuck and they have to get out of it. One of them gets injured. Like, they can't communicate with the people on the water because they're too far away.
Right.
So they got to swim out through the sharks to be like, hey, we're still alive. Come and get us. And they swim back real fast. And so the whole time, I couldn't breathe. Like, I was panicked. Like, they couldn't breathe because they didn't have
Do you have
oxygen.
a
I felt
water phobia?
that way. Like, no, I don't.
Really?
But it really got to me. And so the whole time I was just like so tense and terrified. The movie is terrifying. Like, it really freaks you out.
Well, I think it kind of does play on people's fear. I mean, I'm surprised you said that because I think most people have a fear of drowning or, being underwater and running out of
Come on,
oxygen.
your lungs
sort of
just
thing.
fill
It's
up with
very
water. That's all.
natural.
Just let it
Yeah,
happen.
right? You just die.
But there's a twist, and I won't give
Oh.
anything away about the twist. But it was an amazing twist, and M. Night Shyamalama
Yep.
Ding Dong
Yep.
needs to watch this movie to learn how to do a real twist.
Wow.
The sharks were already dead.
He's terrible at it.
Zombie sharks.
His twists are awful. This
The
twist
sharks were
was so
genetically
good.
engineered to
Like,
go
we-
for blonde girls.
We got out of the movie, and we were both like, ooh, like trying to catch our breaths. We were
Wow.
so
Were you swimming out?
struck by the movie. Oh, God, I was terrified.
They slowly flood the theater while you're watching it to make it scary.
I think part of it is, so we talked about this, like nowadays, most scary movies are psychological. And this one was a physical fear, like of drowning, of running out of air,
Right.
of sharks. Like they were physical fears,
It's a very real thing that people
which
can
is way
relate
more
to.
realistic. And so that's why it was so terrifying. Some of the scenes were dragged out a bit long and they could have cut. But besides that, it was really, really good. I recommend it highly. I would say 7.2
Wow.
out of 8.
Should we start playing a game when you do reviews to see what the critics gave a movie, just to compare?
Are you going to pull up the Rotten Tomatoes now?
You know what? I am just curious.
I thought it was going to be awful.
I really don't. I haven't looked at this at all. I have no idea how it actually is, but I'm curious as to see what they actually gave it.
Oh, do they
Where's it
rate
at
out of
here?
8 stars?
47 meters down, 54% is what they gave it, with a splat.
See?
Oh.
What was the other one? So Wonder Woman we did last
I
week. That was
feel like
92. So that's
Amanda really does like the horrible horrors.
She does.
Man.
Guardians.
This one
got
also,
81.
It's camp
Driver.
value.
it looks really stupid in the previews, Baby Driver, but it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, it's
Oh,
also not
come
out
on.
yet. It's not out yet. That's pre-critic
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
But have you seen the preview for Baby Driver?
I have.
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
It's just
interesting
another
looking
of
at.
the same kind of movie I've seen 40 times.
It's like a transporter looking kind of thing where he's the driver, but he had a weird thing to where he wear headphones all the time because something injury
Has
when he
to
was a
block
child.
out
Yeah, and he
some
hears
sound or something.
noise or something. I don't know, but
It
I
looks
hear
terrible,
noise all
but
the time.
whatever.
yeah,
So the
it's
ones I'm
me.
excited for that are coming up, Wish Upon is a scary movie coming out soon that I'm looking forward to. And then in October, on Friday the 13th, there's going to be one called Happy Death Day, which is Groundhog Day, but you die every day, like in that Supernatural episode.
Oh yeah, that
but
was
she
good.
knows that it's Groundhog Day because she's the one dying, and she wakes up and she's like, "Fuck!" So she's trying to figure it out,
Yeah.
like how to stop it from happening.
I mean,
every
he
time.
did the same thing in Groundhog Day, trying to figure it out, and he ended up just starting killing himself. Remember, for throw like a toaster in the tub. And,
So that one looks really, really good.
Okay.
And then there's like an end of the world disaster movie coming out called Ecostorm or something like that. And
Sounds-
it looks really good.
Really?
It's about global warming and how the whole
That's fake.
like the world figures out a way to control the traffic, like the air traffic, and they figure out a way to control the weather, but it goes wrong. And so then like the whole world gets destroyed. in
Surprise!
some amazing
Something
looking ways.
trying to control nature goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so good.
Shocker.
Anyway, sorry.
Al Gore has a cameo.
Yeah.
Surprise!
He really should.
It was the Man Bear Pig, guys.
Man Bear Pig.
Super cereal.
I'm trying to make sure it was Ecostorm. It's not on here yet.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear more about it as it gets closer.
I'm excited. So I got some good ones coming up to go
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Very good stuff.
I had never even heard a peep about that 48 below or whatever it was
That's
called.
because it's bad.
47 meters
47.
down.
What?
Because it's
I
bad.
loved it.
I read an article
You're bad.
recently that there's a huge subset of people that like bad movies, and it's called camp value. And it turns out that it's like psychologically they have good taste in movies, but it's just different than how everyone else has taste in movies.
Oh, I feel like
It was
that's
kinda
everything else.
interesting.
They value,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like they value different things, different parts of what they like higher than others.
That's probably
Amanda,
like
we're
those
talking
of us
about
that
you.
go to scary movies. I know. That's like those of us that go to scary movies and it's a slasher.
Yeah.
And they get hacked in half and you start laughing really
She's
loud
here. Don't
because you're
talk
like,
about her
get
like
her,
that."
get her.
Amanda, I know the movie
You're,
that
like,
you will
rooting
like
for the
best of any movie ever made. It's called The Room.
What? Okay.
And
I'll
it
check it
is
out.
the worst movie ever made.
Oh,
Luke
no.
is
No.
shaking his
Yeah.
head.
Is this the you're killing me? What's his
Yeah.
fucking name? Oh God.
You're
It's like a
killing me,
cult classic
Diane.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
whatever.
it's-
I've never even heard of that.
There was like
It's-
a really big.
You're not
following
alone,
for this
Amanda.
movie.
Yeah, it-
online.
This is how they describe
Wow.
it. They're like, imagine you're an alien who has never seen a movie, but it has been thoroughly explained what a movie is to you. Now you've made a movie. That's how it is. I've watched clips.
I don't-
Tell us how
is
many
so
minutes in that you
weird.
turn it off, Amanda.
It sounds so.
I'll watch
weird.
the clock and when it hits time, I'll be like, oh, I made it 16 minutes.
I think I heard about it originally because somebody on Reddit made a comment and it became this whole chain of "you're killing me, Diane," whatever, and like just devolved into this. And I'm like, what are these people talking about? And so I had to go and look it up and found it was like a cult classic sort of thing that has a huge following and people like really, really love it for some reason. But everybody's like, I don't understand.
Guess I'll find out.
Yeah.
I'll let
Yeah.
y'all know.
So,
I want to watch it
Let us
too,
know.
but man,
He can't.
man, you guys should do you should do it as a
It's
On a
Session
session
night.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
session 8.
This week we're gonna do Blood Lake. Did I say that?
no.
I don't think so.
You should see the
I don't
picture.
know
like,
how
the
I feel
picture
about
for
the picture or the caption.
So it's like a lady's face screaming, and then there's a lamprey coming out of her mouth.
She has a lamprey
Oh, it
mouth.
looks awful. It's lampreys
That's hot.
in a bloody lake. It looks disgusting. It's gonna be wonderful.
The Dread Candiro.
Don't go in the lake, basically.
You guys remember that from?
Exactly. Just avoid it.
It's not a lamprey, but I thought of that. So
Oh, the other thing I was gonna say,
Oh.
I forgot in announcements and touring around the website CoGPod.net. Plug it again. So on the streaming calendar, some of the streamers have like set times they stream every week, but a lot of our streamers that are in the COG just do pop-up streams. Like, especially like Grim, he works a lot. He's got weird hours, so he'll stream at random. So he's not going to be on the calendar. So if you guys are looking for when they're streaming, just go follow them on Twitch and put your notifications on for those that do pop-up streams like that.
Pop-up video.
No.
So just a reminder. Support our COG streamers, please.
They're pretty funny.
Okay.
You're pretty funny.
Anybody got anything else that they want to talk about?
But looks aren't everything.
Oh.
Clearly.
But
What? What?
It's funny looking. It was a joke.
Oh, also send in,
Jesus.
if you want to make us a theme song, send those in. If you want to draw us pictures or art, send it in to us. If you want to do like an impression of a celebrity endorsing the CoGPod, send those in still.
We haven't had those in a long time.
Email us, talk to us. We're pretty responsive. We'll talk to you
Not
on Twitter.
responsible.
We don't even care. So, yeah. Not responsible, responsive. That's it, I guess.
I
Good?
think. Anybody else have
We covered a
anything?
lot of stuff. We covered a lot of material today.
We did. So everybody have a good weekend, and everybody say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Wow,
Bye.
delayed reaction. Thanks,
Goodbye.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Grim.
What?
Grim.
What?
Grim.
I said bye.
Love you.
No, you hang. You
Okay,
hang.
I'm hanging up.
No, you
Bye.
hang.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.